Welcome back. It's been a while since we made a drink video. So this is a drink video. Today we're making a Pisco Sour?
Pisco Sour.
Not Pisco Sour?
I don't know. Pisco. I've heard people pronounce it different ways. I think it's Pisco.
We're going to say it Pisco today.
Pisco.
And if we're wrong, too bad.
Correct us.
So it's a Pisco Sour. I had never had one, never heard of it before. We recently took a trip to Miami to visit some friends over at the channel The Flept, and they introduced us to this drink. And Pisco is a liquor that I had never heard of either. Apparently it's like a grape brandy.
Mm-hmm.
So from the coastal valley regions of Peru and Chile, where they years ago used to make a fermented grape, then the Spanish came by and said, hey, we brought these grapes from Spain and they worked even better. And I guess it's a very popular drink in South America. We had the first ones down in Miami. So what we did is we went to see if our friends at Shaker and Spoon had a kit that made the sour, and they did. So we've done Shaker and Spoon videos before. Basically, they give you all the ingredients for a cocktail except the liquor. So we went out in search of some Pisco, and lo and behold, our local liquor store had...
It was the only kind they had. There were
had
no
a wide
decisions to be made.
Variety of
No
one
choices.
choice, and this is the one we got. I guess it's Capel Pisco double distilled product of Chile. Makes sense with what we read. So I forget the name of the restaurant we had this at.
Jaguar in the, I think it's in the Coconut Grove area of Miami. Was super cool little spot.
And again, first time I had ever had it. And I'm going to be honest, I know I enjoyed it, but I don't really remember what it tasted like.
It was very sour and frothy. No, but like in a good way. It was
right. The
really
description
good.
I read said that
it kind
it's
of
like
blew my
sour,
mind a little bit.
frothy, and enjoyed by cocktail enthusiasts around the world.
We're cocktail enthusiasts.
Anyways, so we're going to make that today. As you know, we tend to drink and do things, so we did have this drink while we were visiting down in Miami. While we were down there, we saw a bunch of different places. We also stopped at an interesting place on the way home from Miami, home now being in Lakeland. So on the drive back, and we're going to show you a little bit about where we stopped on the way back later. But first, we're going to make a drink. So let's just talk about what's in the drink. So Shaker and Spoon, again, the kits come with all the ingredients and a recipe card that I will let Karen talk about because she's going to make the drink, and I'm going to do the watching. And maybe the sampling.
Like Kevin likes to say, the heavy looking on. So they don't call it a Pisco Sour, they call it Without a Country, but it is essentially a riff on a Pisco Sour. Maybe a little bit spicier than what we had in Miami. And so to Kevin's point, they provide you with pretty much everything except for
liquor.
The spirit.
Normally.
In this case, this cocktail calls for an egg white, a shaken egg white.
So for some reason they didn't want to ship a couple eggs in a box.
They don't
in a
send their
200-degree FedEx truck
with a freezer pack, so we had to provide our own egg white. And we did that here. What we did is, when I watched the Shaker and Spoon video on how to make this drink, the bartender who created the drink, his name is Sother Teague, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, he separates the egg and he takes the egg white and just mixes a little bit of water with it. So you get like this liquid. So I'm hoping it's gonna work and froth up as well as a regular egg white. Stop, you'll get the salmonella. Crazy. So again, the Peruvian Pisco, or ours.
I'm gonna get sick drinking that. You're gonna put it in the drinks and then we're gonna drink it.
Well, the alcohol kind of kills
sure. Oh,
yeah.
That's science.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Anyway, so we need the Pisco, the egg white, and then this pineapple Szechuan pepper cordial. There's a lot going on there, flavor-wise.
And I know we looked up the actual definition of a cordial before, but I forget. I don't know if you remember, but...
You're putting me on the spot.
I'm putting you on the spot. Anyways, it's a cordial. Tart and sweet mixer. Oh, it's a mixer. That's
Open it up and let's smell it. I'm making him do it because I have trouble with those little bottles.
Easily.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Bad rubber cement.
All Are you being dramatic? He's not being dramatic at all. It like burns your little nose hairs.
Rubber cement. You know that rubber cement you used to have with a little brush?
Oh, we're in trouble. We are in trouble.
No, it's going to mix with the other stuff. Remember the science we were talking about? It's going to mix with
us. So anyway,
right.
Pineapple, Szechuan pepper cordial, and then this falernum syrup. Falernum is essentially like a spicier version of orgeat. So falernum has like ginger, lime, clove, allspice, those kind of flavors. So I imagine the ginger makes it like a little more spicy than orgeat. Oh God.
Oh, this is this is pleasant after that.
Maybe anything would be pleasant after that.
Yeah, like holiday spicy kind of.
Yeah, that's the allspice. Clove. Nice. Looking forward to that. And then Creole bitters. We're going to spritz this on the top of the drink at the end. And again, going back to So Thirtigue's video, he talks about how a lot of times when you use egg white on the top of a cocktail, it can give kind of a funky odor.
So he uses that.
He called it wet dog. It doesn't taste like wet dog, but it might smell like wet dog. And so that's why a lot of times with a frothy drink like that, they'll spritz something over the top.
Oh, okay.
So Creole bitters. It's in a little spritzer, so I don't know if we'll be able to smell it.
We will when we spread them.
We'll smell it at the end.
Okay.
Yep. So those are all of the ingredients provided by Shaker and Spoon. Comes in these adorable little boxes with the recipe card.
Okay.
Awesome. Why are you moving them like that?
Oh, the order of usage.
The order of usage.
Not alphabetically by height.
What are you doing?
Technically speaking, the word cordial is used to describe a tonic, syrup, or non-alcoholic drink used to mix cocktails.
But to be cordial is to be nice. Right? Isn't it? Isn't it?
I was going to say that earlier, but I figured the way you always correct my grammar. You'd be like, no, it's two different words. It's not cordial. It's...
Well, it's the same word, two different meanings.
Spelled the exact same?
I think so.
Is it?
I think so.
Is it?
That's a Karenism. I think I'm sure.
I'm 100% sure. I think it might be possibly. Right. I don't know.
That's me. That's me. All right, let's make the drink.
Let's
make it
a drink.
All right.
Let's put some egg whites in a drink.
An egg white drink. Honest to God. All right. So, it calls for 1/4 ounce of raw egg white. Like I said, there's egg white mixed with a little bit of water in here, just so that it's easier to pour.
They give you the recipe, ingredients, or quantities for one, and then you double it?
I double it for two. Correct. So we're going to do 1/2 ounce.
And if there's any left over, we can make like egg white omelets in the morning?
Omelets, yes. All right. 1/2 ounce of the egg white. Always a little terrifying. What? It's in there. It's in there. And then 1.5 ounces of the Pisco. So we're going to do 3 ounces.
Pisco. You say Pisco, I say Pisco.
Tomato. Ooh. Try not to make a mess.
Brandy. Actually, I think I read it's either a brandy or it's either going to be in the brandy or the cognac section of the store.
It just smells like alcohol. Like, no, really, it has like no...
Oh, yes,
right?
It's just like a white grain.
It literally just smells like alcohol.
Yep. Hand-harvested grapes. Oh.
Oh, they're hand-harvested.
That's why you can. It smells like that because they're hand-harvested.
It makes all the difference.
Yep, I knew it.
Okay.
I could tell.
Now for the, what was it called? Pineapple Szechuan pepper cordial.
Cordial.
Are you ready?
A tonic or syrup or non-alcoholic beverage used to mix a cocktail.
Whew. All right. It says 3/4 ounce, which means we need 1.5 ounces of this good stuff. That's 1 ounce. Ooh, that's really sticky. Syrupy. Wait, I need another 1/2 ounce here.
I was going to smell it again to see if it really smelled as bad as it did the first time.
It really does. It really does.
Oh my God, it's
I know, right?
It's
I know. It's really sticky too.
Bad rubber cement.
Really
a little
sticky.
bit of vomit and bad cheese.
That's terrible. All right.
Oh,
it doesn't smell like cheese. Oh my god, it's like living with a 5-year-old. Okay, falernum syrup. This one I'm excited about because it has all those like holiday
allspice.
Here, let's get the other smell out of your nose.
Yeah,
that's so nice, right?
That's the kind of thing you want to like just have like. Again, we always say it about allspice. It reminds you of the holidays.
Totally.
You want that like simmering on the stove.
On the stove,
top.
yep.
The holidays.
So we want to answer
you know,
that.
Talking about the holidays, it's 109
it's
degrees
110 degrees outside, but whatever. We're feeling cozy. Okay, now we're gonna dry shake it. Going back to when I was watching the bartender's video, he didn't dry shake it. He just put the ice right in and shook it. But the recipe calls for a dry shake first.
So that's what we're doing.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Vigorously for 10 to 15 seconds.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Ooh. Sticky.
Little workout?
Have I mentioned that? And it got a little messy there.
That's alright.
Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna put some ice inside. Just to cool it down.
And then strain it out into
And then, I'm going to shake it again with the ice. Here we go.
So do you think that the dry shake is to get the egg whites?
To get the egg whites going. Yeah. There's the sound. Right? I want to make sure it's good and frothy, I'm afraid.
Let us know in the comments, have you had a Pisco?
Pisco.
Let us know how to say it, and let us know if you've had it.
Right? Okay, now I've had our glasses chilling over here, so I'm going to get rid of that ice. The moment of truth, folks. Right? Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. The color is reminiscent of the drinks we had in Miami. Right? Kind of a short pour for me, but I like my glasses full.
Double the recipe.
That's just me. But they look pretty. They look pretty, and it's kind of like separating right away. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but they're definitely separating right away.
Hold on, I gotta tie my shoe. My shoe came untied.
Oh my god.
Can't be making a drink video with my shoe untied. I could fall over.
Like, I can't. Okay,
continue.
And we're gonna top it off with our Creole bitters, and remember we said that was more to help with the aroma of the egg white. I just want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's see if.
Oh
yeah.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit of wet dog there, just a tiny bit.
Having had a wet dog
so
more
let's
than
do
once,
this. Yeah.
Maybe it's in
And
there.
he used like a knife blade to just hold over the top,
so it's
just to make it like a little design, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
see.
So I'm going to use our julep strainer and see if it does anything. Just a few spritzes.
Like have it go on one side.
I guess.
Half circle, half moon or whatever.
There we go. Where's my cover gone? I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Without a Country, otherwise known as a Pisco Sour.
Looks pretty good.
It does look good. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm excited. Let's see if it smells better. It definitely. Oh, I still get a little bit of the dog.
Yeah, it's like you sprayed some spice on your wet dog.
On your wet dog.
Cheers.
Oh.
It is pretty damn good.
I mean, the ones we had in Miami were like the whole glass was froth. It was amazing. This is good, but it's much more like liquidy, I guess.
I mean, in the body of the ones we had were more creamier, maybe, but
correct.
Yeah, this is fine.
This is lovely. If you like a
the
sour.
flavor's not overpowering. It's subtle, but it's a little bit of it's kind of fruity and frothy.
And the taste of this pineapple Szechuan pepper that smelled so terrible
works once it's in the
just
mix.
kind of blends right in, right?
So with the with all of the ingredients and probably the egg whites and the froth. I don't. Yeah, the smell of it
It's terrible.
It's terrible. But yet, when you have like the subtle notes of it around like the edges of everything else, it works. I guess like anything, if it's too concentrate, and the drink's only going to have hints of it. Our friends over at the channel The Flept, who we went down to see in Miami, introduced us to this. And again, the restaurant we went to was
Jaguar.
And I think they've been there lots of times. I think it's close to where they live, so they definitely shared a good one with us.
Well, fortunately, our friends at The Flept have taken a video at Jaguar, and they are going to allow us to share some of the clips from that with you guys, so you can get kind of a feel for what the place is like.
And then we went to Little Havana, we went to the Coconut Grove area. And then on the way back we stopped in Jupiter. And then after that we left to head back home, and we stopped in total random. We stopped at a museum on the way, not expecting much, but it was for this
it was like out of nowhere, like the biggest car collection you've ever seen in your life, like all this old-time antique things, like
baseball memorabilia,
crazy
motorcycles, boats, couple aircraft or something, like planes,
and it was all like one guy's collection, right?
Yeah. So we'll show you some clips from that, because we stopped there on the way back, which was totally unexpected and random. I forget where the name of the town that it was in. Stewart, Florida. So in the spirit of drinking and doing things, we'll take a look at some of the things we saw in that museum, and we'll see you at the next drink video. Maybe it'll be sooner than it was between the last two. Cheers.
Cheers.